If you know the risks ahead, there should be no surprises. This could have been the veiled advice that the Bank of Uganda Governor, Professor Emmanuel Tumusiime Mutebile, wants to put across the public when he offered the bank's forecast that inflation will be on the upward trend, though it will not be at the rate experienced in 2011.
The Bank of Uganda forecasts suggest that annual headline and core inflation is likely to increase slightly in the next 3 to 6 months, largely driven by the effect of drought on domestic food production and food prices.
Although the central bank forecast puts economic growth at 6% this financial year, there are downside risks to this. Key among them is the slowing borrowing by the private sector, which reflects low business activity that would have otherwise supported economic growth.
The growing inflationary pressures originate from the domestic supply side, along with the prospect of increases in oil prices due to geopolitical factors in the Middle East and North Africa region.
Based on these risks that will push inflation beyond the desired levels of 5%, the Bank of Uganda has maintained the central bank rate at which it lends to financial institutions.
A neutral monetary policy stance is warranted. Therefore, the Bank of Uganda will keep the central bank rate at 11% in August 2013.
The Director of Research at the Bank of Uganda further observed that the economic slowdown that China is facing at the moment will continue to have a ripple effect on those economies like Uganda, which have substantial trade and economic ties with it.
One of the factors is actually that African countries that were growing very fast because of the commodities exporting to China, etc., could see a decline in economic activity. China is weakening in terms of its growth, coming downwards, so automatically most of African neighbors where our exports have been going start declining. So that is one of the causes of the softening.
Dr. Mugume also cites declining remittances from Ugandans in the diaspora and the flat flow in foreign direct investment as an indicator that the current global economic situation has an effect on Uganda. He attributes the shilling's stability to a decline in import trade, saying that it has incidentally performed far better than the central bank's expectations. Emmanuel, Business on WBS.